Hi! If you're looking for some great music to liven up your next party, then you'll want the Ultimate Party Album.
Yeah, it's a new 4-record collection that has 40 of the greatest party songs ever.
Digital gramophone makes no sense.
What's up, guys? It's John. Here with a video. It's been a while. It's been, I'd say, at least 3 weeks since I made a video. That's a long time. That's an eternity. It's, you guys will probably have to forgive me. I'm a little bit out of practice because it's been so long. I mean, 3 weeks. Good God. And also, do me a favor, if you do comment below, I might have forgotten some of your names. So if you could let me know who you are, you know, I just need the one little, it'd be greatly appreciated. I hope all you guys are doing well. I took a little bit of a break, went on vacation with the family just for like a weekend. And for some reason, I just haven't wanted to make a video since. You know, it wasn't a real vacation. We got out of town. That was nice. But when you have 2 kids under 5, it's still a lot of work. So, but it was nice again to get out of town. We haven't really been out of town. We've been out of town once since pandemic was declared. So yeah, it's been a while, but it was nice. Also, you know, I really haven't, I mean, I have plenty of things to talk about. I have plenty of topics that I could get into, some videos that I have planned, some more for my North Carolina series. Thought about talking about some certain artists that I have in my collection. But I haven't bought a lot of new records. I took the entire month of July off from buying any records and made it through. And everything's okay. And here we are actually now well into August, and I've only bought like 4 records in the month of August. But I still thought I'd maybe do an update. A couple of these are reissues, or not reissues, or a couple of these are pre-orders that I made earlier in the year that have shown up. And yeah, but anyway, let's get into it. The first one is one of those pre-orders. It was this album, Fiona Apple's When the Pawn. This was originally released in 1972. It's not a, this is like the 5th time it's been reissued on vinyl, so it's not really that rare and not even that highly anticipated. But I still kind of felt like I needed to jump on it. This was pressed by Adidas Records, and it's limited to 38,000 copies, so you know, fairly exclusive. And yeah, I don't know. I just felt like I really needed to jump on that one. It's a good album. Trip hop grass with a little bit of jazz. Yeah, but nice record. Happy to add that one to my collection. Speaking of reissues, I pre-ordered this one like around the middle of June, and this was originally put out in 1992. This is the self-titled album by I, Jonathan, and he used to go by the name Amazing Jonathan, but then the comedic magician, illusionist, whatever you want to call him, sued him for using that name. So he had to change it to I, Jonathan. And this was, again, his album that came out in 1992. This is the first time it was ever released on vinyl. Really, really good stuff. Lush orchestrations. There's at least 70 musicians on this thing. huge string arrangements, horns, every horn ever invented played on this. Quite a maximalist work here. Songs like Parties in the USA, I Was Dancing in the Lesbian Bar, Velvet Underground, which is a really cool tune. That's a band that maybe probably none of you guys have probably even heard of them. It's why he wrote the song, was doing them a real service, you know, to tell their story. Fantastic album, reissued by Kraft Recordings. They do quality work. Very happy to pick that up. I have a couple of albums from earlier in his career. He used to be in a band called the Revisionist Revolvers. And yeah, so I'm excited to have that by I, Jonathan. And then when I ordered that, Kraft had a sale going. And if you got additional album, you got a discount on that second album. So I decided to pick up this 25th anniversary of Monster by R.E.M. And this was put out in last year. The reissue was put out last year because it was originally put out in 1994. And this album was released to a bit of mixed reviews, especially loyal fans over time. They were kind of tired of just the same old thing. And that's just what this album was. Just more of the same sugary pop, jangle pop goodness from R.E.M. And a lot of fans just weren't, excuse me, just got a low battery. Anyway, a lot of fans weren't really happy with that. So, I think 25 years later, a lot of people have a lot more reverence for this album. I always liked it. I thought it was great when it came out in 94. The funny thing about this is that for some reason, I think Kraft messed up. They only sent me one LP with the C and D side. And I emailed them and I haven't heard back, so I don't know what's going on there. The song that everybody would know is What's the Frequency, Kenneth, which was written about Tom Brokaw. But yeah, solid album by R.E.M., the Red Elevator Men. Let's just keep it going with reissues, because that's really all I have here. Nothing new. This is an album called Satori by Flower Traveling Band. This is some amazing, smoking funk zydeco out of Japan. Really, really great stuff. See the inside the gatefold there. Really your classic Byzantine Christian imagery there. Yeah, just a great album. I bought this off of a guy out of the back of his van. And he told me it was an original, but there's a lot of glare in that. You can probably see from the glare, that is a shiny cover. And it's white, so I would think it would have more wear on it for an original. But nonetheless, I don't know. I might have gotten ripped off. Just kind of realized that now. I'm going to tell you a little something about the vinyl community. I love the vinyl community, and I love making these videos. It's been a great, kind of thing to do on the side, just for fun, just like a fun little hobby. it's nice to have these conversations about music with everybody, and I met some really cool folks. But sometimes the vinyl community, you know, we're kind of like enablers. You know, we enable each other. We're constantly, just from watching our videos alone, watching each other's videos, we're enabling each other, because people are like, oh man, I gotta get that guy showed, and this and that, you know. I mean, it's just a shitstorm. But you know, still, sometimes you become friends with folks, and what'll happen is you'll find yourself at night, and you've been awake you probably should have been in bed an hour and a half ago, but you're sitting on the couch crying into a bowl of oatmeal, and then your friend Dave at Local Bandography will text you and say, look at what I just bought from this record store on Instagram. And then you see it and you're like, well, maybe that'll make me feel better about myself. So you sit up, you brush the crumbs and Cheeto dust off your chest, you pull your shit together, and you go to that Instagram account and you buy this Heavy Equipment by Euclid. Now, this is a reissue from 1970. This is you know, pretty hard rock, pretty heavy stuff to be recorded in 1970. This was originally on the Flying Dutchman label. It's reissued by Magic Box. I've seen this shown a lot in the VC, but the one thing that a lot of people have never mentioned is that the entire album was recorded in the cab of this truck. And that is amazing. That is amazing. Unfortunately, all four members blew their eardrums while recording the album and never did anything else after that. So, kind of tragic. Makes you want to cry into a bowl of oatmeal. On a happier note, the great thing about the vinyl community is that every once in a while you get some vampire chain letter trash. And this particular vampire chain letter trash was sent to me by Tim at High Noons Vinyl. Tim's a good buddy. He talked about this compilation in one of his most recent videos, and when he bought it, he thought of me and he decided to ship me a copy too. This is R&B and Soul from the SSS International label, which was based out of Nashville. Some really, really good stuff on here. There's maybe one or two tracks that aren't that good, but the rest of it, I mean, it's 13 tracks. It's solid stuff. Some real hidden gems here. I think my favorite is Betty Levette does a cover of War Pigs, which is just fantastic. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Thanks, Tim, for thinking of me and sending that to me. You're a sweet guy, man. I really appreciate that. And then I was online playing Warcraft with Jeff Kempen, and right after he killed this blue dragon lizard, he said, how you like that comp that Tim sent you? And I said, it's really, really good. And he decided to go online and buy one. And while he was on there, he also picked this up because it was really cheap. And this, I didn't mention that when we're talking about the other one, but both of these comps were released by Sundazed Music. They were pressed, cut by Kevin Gray, and pressed at Trout Mask Replica Records. It's just really, really good stuff. Again, Betty Levette is on here twice. Not doing covers of Sabbath, but really, really good. If you want, I haven't checked in a couple of days, but I bought this for $8 and change off Amazon. So if this is something that might interest you, I highly suggest going over there and seeing if you can get it for that price. Especially because Amazon really needs our support right now. Yeah. The Silver Fox label. It was a offshoot of SSS International. So some information there I guess you really need to know. I just kind of tacked that on. Sorry. Well, I'm pushing 15 minutes with this. I didn't want to go too long. Over past 15 minutes now. So I hope everybody's doing great. I got some more videos planned. I'll be getting back into the swing of things. I'm sorry I disappeared. I'm sure all of you were worried about me after not making a video for 3 weeks. You know, it's a long time. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. And yeah, be good to each other. Take care. All right, bye.